of the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire in New York City. And it was that fire that taught us a little bit about how to have work site safety. You'll all remember the story. I'm sure you've seen the PBS documentary of women being locked in, working on their looms, and the fire raging through the floors, and women actually leaping to their death from 8 stories above the street, in many cases while on fire, all because the employer was so concerned with his precious goods that he had to lock the workforce into their workplace. We know a lot about workplace safety now. OSHA, 40-shot years ago in the United States, brought more order from the chaos of workplace conditions. And yet we come here every year, year after year after year, to face the reality of many in our community losing their lives, in many cases by preventable accidents. Steel employers put greed and money and shareholder value above the very safety and life of their workforce. My heartfelt condolences and sincere condolences to the families of the 47 men and women that were killed here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in the past year. Every year we have to remind ourselves of the importance of safety, that there is nothing more important in our lives to have our loved ones return for dinner every evening. There is nothing more criminal and immoral for an employer not to protect the safety of their workforce. We fight and we struggle as organized labor year after year after year to convince our government, to convince our employers to please put the policies and practices and the education in place to ensure safe workplaces, but yet we're confronted every single year with more deaths. We need to stand together. We need to arm ourselves. We need to fight day in and day out for safe workplaces. Do you know that of the 47 preventable deaths in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts last year that had fines from OSHA, that the average fine from the Occupational Safety and Health Administration was $5,800. There wasn't one case that the fine exceeded $10,000. That is the value of life to our employers, to our government here in the United States of America. We need to rise up. We need to have righteous anger and indignation about what takes place in our workplaces. We need to educate our legislature, both here in Boston at this capital city and in our federal government, about the importance of safe working conditions. We need to fight the greed and the avarice of employers that would put workers in harm's way. I ask you to join with me. Join with me in caring, in fighting, in standing up, and articulating how devastating this is to our brothers and sisters and our families in our communities. My heartfelt condolences to all of you here that lost a loved one, but we will fight like hell for the living as we mourn the dead here in Massachusetts. We will never surrender the right of a safe workplace. Thank you very much.